I've been meaning to make this video for quite some time, actually. I have actually decided I wanted to do this weeks upon weeks and weeks ago. But life gets in the way. I'm thinking I gotta find a way to get a smaller microphone I could plug into my laptop, and then I could record while I'm like driving somewhere alone. And I feel like that would make me more consistent with being able to talk, because listen, I can't use the crap USB mics and upload those videos. I sound terrible. But the what is this mic called? I don't know. It's connected to the Scarlett. It's a whole thing, all right? But it makes me sound more professional, and I can't upload videos any longer that sound just awful, so I'll figure that out eventually. But anyway, I do have time right now, all right? Kid is asleep. The other one's with its grandparents. So I got some time alone, and I've noticed that a lot of people, particularly younger people, are struggling with something, and that is derealization and depersonalization. I see it posted everywhere, and I know a lot of young people are going. So if you happen to be sifting through YouTube, desperately searching for answers, I'm going to save you the time right now and tell you why you're experiencing this. And the root cause of depersonalization and derealization is anxiety. It's anxiety, and that is a fact. It is a symptom of anxiety. So if you are feeling this way and you don't know why, well, there you go. To some level of degree, you have anxiety. And there are many people on the internet that claim to have a cure, and you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta find Jesus. From my personal experience and people that I know, there might not be a fix where you go to being 100% normal. And I think to an extent that's okay, because anxiety to me is kind of a sign of intelligence. I know that might sound morbid, but if you're not at least kind of anxious at all times, then you aren't looking around enough. All right, look at the world around you. We're on a rock floating through the cosmos. No one knows what the hell's going on, how long the human race is gonna be here. We got people arguing over politicians that no one cares about anyone anyway. They're just rich people. Who gives a fuck, but we kill each other over them. And then you got aliens, and now with the internet, there's all this information flying at you from all different directions. People are losing their minds. I mean, it's like, slow it down. I can understand how the common person, especially younger people today, feel anxious. You're very much justified in feeling that way, and I'm with you. I'm anxious too. And to be honest with you, I don't think that there's 100% answer to how to get rid of it, because in my opinion, or at least in my experience, it's caused by overthinking, overanalyzing, over-questioning. I've been like that as long as I can remember, just over-analyzing every aspect of everything. I was 5 years old being like, I'm gonna die one day? What the fuck? What do you mean I'm gonna die and be gone forever? What does that mean? Like, that's where it all starts, right? That's not where it all starts for everyone, but just in my case. So for me, at least, it's uncurable. But with that being said, there's an initial shock and confusion and like, what the hell's going on? And it almost feels like you're in it all day, every day. And you're constantly disassociated or depersonalized. And you feel like maybe you're going insane. It's all right. Let me tell you, you're fine. You're not going to go insane. It's okay. But it's going to be a tough ride for a little bit. Ultimately, I think what you got to do is try your best to let go of the things that are causing you to feel the root cause of anxiety. And I think a lot of that might be focusing on your health, focusing on maybe finding a hobby, distractions. I mean, that's what life is, man. You got to find a way to look away from the screen, all right? Delete the TikTok, delete the Reels, find a way to look away. and I know it's hard, or if like you're the kind of person that maybe is getting all upset over politics or something like that, delete the Twitter. Don't even look at it, because it's not going to affect your life. All right? Put on the blinders and look straight ahead, and try your best to do that. And is that going to make it go away right away? No. It's not. At least not most likely. Not in my case. But there will come a time where your brain will become accustomed to it. Here's an example. Did you know that when your eyes are processing the image in front of you, it's actually upside down initially? It is. It's upside down, but your brain flips it back over into the right way. And if you were given a pair of glasses that were to make everything upside down again, your brain would eventually, over time, adjust and reflip it back to the correct way. And that's a lot like, at least my experience with depersonalization, derealization. I experienced it. I even chronically experienced it, like to the point where it never went away. And eventually my brain caught up and sort of made it a new normal in a kind of way, right? To the point now where if I think about it too hard, I could definitely talk myself into some derealization for sure. But nowadays, if I do get a bout of it, because I do sometimes get bouts where maybe if I'm in an unfamiliar place or just a little anxious, I will get it. But it doesn't throw me into a panic anymore. It's okay. I'm good. I almost find it comical sometimes. I'm like, wow, I really don't even feel real right now. That's crazy. I had to be given this brain. Why couldn't I just be normal, man? Anyway, so with that being said, hopefully that may have helped somebody. Probably not. All right. Sorry to say, but I'm going to tell you my story. Just because I want to get it off my chest. If someone wants to listen, let me get it out there. I first started experiencing this when I was in 9th grade, freshman year of high school. I was 14 years old. Put that in perspective. I'm 27, 2 kids. It's a long time ago at this point. I might even have been 13. I don't know. However old you are when you go into high school for the first time. And I was 300 pounds. Didn't have a great home life. Didn't have very great friends. My mental state wasn't great. But I wasn't really aware. I guess in a way I was, but I didn't really think about myself as someone with anxiety. I more just knew that I wasn't right. Something in my brain wasn't right. But I hadn't experienced derealization yet. So one day after school, a couple of the homies come over. Guys I kind of know, but not too well. And we're smoking the weed, man. We're on my back porch. Sun's out. I think school's probably just getting back in session at this point. So it's still warm out. And we're smoking the weed, man. We're hitting the blunt. And everything's great, right? These guys are chill. I didn't really have a reason to be anxious. Everything felt fine. And even to the point where I was having a good time, laughing, joking. And they come in and we're just doing whatever. I fucking can't remember. We're just doing whatever teenage boys do when they're stoned. Just fucking joking around. Fucking measuring each other's wangs or whatever. But at a certain point, all of a sudden I stopped and I went, dude, I don't feel right, man. And I got that feeling, man, that all familiar feeling, if you know what I'm talking about, where I'm like, am I dreaming right now? Like, what the fuck is going on, man? And I instantly started freaking out. And I always describe it as like, if you're like half asleep and you kind of come back real quick, you're like, oh shit. But if that were to happen over and over and over again, like nonstop, like, oh shit. I'm gonna have to bleep this shit out. And I swear again. Anyway, That's how I would describe it. So I start freaking out in front of these guys. Very embarrassing. And I, like, dude, something's not right, dude. I fucking walk out the back porch, because when you're having, like, a full-fledged panic attack, you can't think rationally. You are, like, in your head, like, I'm gonna die. Like, I'm gonna pass out. I don't know what's gonna happen, but the doom is here. And I'm outside with no shoes on, walking up the fucking block with my socks on like a maniac. Everyone's looking at me. And, yeah, I was bugging out, and they actually hung with me, these two dudes. So shout out to those dudes for at least hanging with me, playing some music and trying their best to, like, not fuck with me. And eventually we went back to my crib, had some food, and I ended up chilling out. But little did I know that would just be the beginning of the story, right? The beginning of those feelings. I ended up feeling that way maybe a week later, and then soon after, it was like almost every day. And I remember thinking that I was going to go insane or lose my memories. I would go on my tablet with the very limited internet at the time and look it up, and I think someone thought it was because of the devil. Like, there wasn't a lot of information on it. I went to fucking doctors. I tried to tell them what I was feeling. Like, nobody could give me a straight answer. They gave me, like, ADHD medication. Not saying I didn't need that to an extent, but... And then they put me on depression meds. Like whoever these doctors were had no idea what the hell I was talking about. I remember I'd go in, I'd be like, dude, do you know what depersonalization is, man? Because I knew that's what I was feeling. And that was the frustrating part for me, man, is it felt like nobody out there understood what the hell I was talking about. And even, like, my mother was, like, just didn't believe me. Like, would straight up be like, yeah, you're just saying that. Just saying it. It's not real. Because when you're feeling something in your head, right, it's hard to explain that to an outsider that has never felt that before. Because, like, how? Like, they would be like, oh, okay, like, what the hell? Like, you think you're dreaming? Well, you're not. Yeah, you're not, buddy. Newsflash. Not dreaming. Snap back into it. That's basically how it felt. But, you know, I guess the good thing about the internet, if you're a person experiencing this newly now, is you're not alone. You are far from alone, and there's plenty of other people out there that will share in your experience. So that's it. I just want to tell my story. Maybe someone will get something from it. Maybe you won't. I don't care. Anyway, all right.